Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I thought we'd do a nice mixed media today. I'm going to do like an autumn theme because I found this beautiful picture that I have of some trees, and it's sort of like a little landscape. And it's nice sort of autumny colours. And I've also got this which says Whisper to the Winds of Nature, which I thought would look really nice on here as well. And again, some just little bits of odd scrap paper that I have here, which is sort of like I've picked out, which are some autumn colours. These are some of my jelly prints, and this one is quite textured, which is quite nice. This is, I must have just rolled the paint over that at some point. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a little background first. I'm going to just use some acrylic paint, which I've got antique white, I've got grass green, I have got yellow ochre, and then I have some of these Lindy's squirts, starburst squirts they're called. So I shall be using those, which I haven't used for a little while. I've mixed up a little bit of orange in here, which are from my acrylic inks, which is quite a nice colour, isn't it? It's got a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of gold. I popped in some raw umber and a bit of white, and it's come out quite a nice colour, so I thought that might be a nice addition to it as well. So let's pop those to the side. I'm going to pop a little bit of colour on. What shall we start with? I thought I might just do a little bit of just a bit of acrylic paint on here. I'm going to just be using my little card on here, which I just love using. Tiny bit of green. I don't want too much. I want this to be quite a quick one, but I sort of say that and it never is, but we shall see. A little bit of green. This paper's a little bit textured. It's just some the paper that I normally use, which is the Carson mixed media paper, and it's lovely. And I've just cut out a piece which is probably roughly the same size as a copy paper, which I think this is a great size, because I just wanted a quick play, because again, as you know, I have been away to see my grandchildren, my daughter and her husband, and it's just been fabulous. So I'm coming back, getting back into a little bit of crafting. It's taken me a little while for some reason. I think I've got a little bit lazy. That looks good, doesn't it? But it's fun to get back in, so I just want to have a bit of a play really. Now I'm going to dry that, and then I think I'm going to just pop a little bit of gesso over the top. Actually, I'm not going to put gesso on the top. I'm going to stick some colour down. So I'm going to pop, this is still a bit wet, I don't know where that's going to go, but I'm just going to add a few bits of paper onto here, not too much, just a little bit. This isn't book paper, but it's sort of all stuck together. Can you see the layers of it in there? It's quite nice, isn't it? This is some of my papers, which have got the autumn leaves on. That's a little bit of magazine paper. This is some of my jelly print paper. Let's just tear those little end bits off. These are just random papers that I've got. I quite like this one. That's quite nice, isn't it? So let's just stick these down, and then I'm going to add a little bit of gesso over the top. Just build it up. Just make a mess like we do. Now I've got a little bit of matte medium in here, which I shall use. Let's just pop this across. Like that. Oops. Maybe we'll make just a little bit, sort of like a little landscapey bit, shall we? What do you reckon? Just stick that there. That's quite nice, isn't it? Well, I hope you guys have had a nice week. Since we've come back, I've just been trying to sort of tidy up a bit. Do you know what I mean? I've sorting a few things out, so that's why I've not really been in my craft room. So I'm just trying to get a little bit more organised. And then I've tried to organise my craft room and it's just impossible. If you've got a tidy craft room, then I'm very proud of you, because I cannot get my craft room tidy. It just won't stay tidy. And the more I tidy it, the less I can find, so I give up. What do you think? Does that look alright? What's this? I think I might just leave that. Let's just pop, maybe I'll pop a little bit up here. Just a little random piece there. Quite like that little rough bit there. Okay. And before I dry that, I'm going to go over it with a little bit of gesso. Just pop that in. Okay, I'm going to just quickly dry that now. Okay, I think that's a little bit, still a little bit wet. Look, I've just put my fingerprint in there. Right, I'm going to go in just with this lovely, lovely orange. Let's just see. Let's just give that a little bit of a... Which way should we go? Should we go down? Not quite sure of that one. Let's go in with a little bit of the raw umber. Okay, I like that with my water. There we go. Oops. That's better, isn't it? Might look better the other way around. Let me just see. Oops. No, I think I'll keep it this way. Now let's have a little bit more drying. Fabulous. Right, I've got my crayons. Let's go in with some crayons, I think. And this is the lovely one. What's this one called? This is burnt ochre. Okay, let's go in here. A little bit of brown, which is the Van Dyke brown. In here. my water brush. Gosh, I do love the colours. Beautiful, awesome colours, aren't they? Lovely. Okay. Love that. I'm going to go in because I'm quite liking this bit of green here. Should we add a little bit of brightness in here? Just where that green was. Just a bit, looks a bit like a sort of landscapey bit then, doesn't it? Oops. Oh, I like that. That looks nice, doesn't it? I like the gesso underneath here. Not sure whether you can probably see it too much. It gives that beautiful texture in there. Fab. Love it. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of blue. Just a little bit of, just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to go in with another little bit of this orange. Let's just see. I'm going to just leave this a little bit clearer because I'm going to cover that up anyway in a minute. A little bit of gesso on there. Okay, let's see, let's put those away a minute. Where's our little picture? I think that will look nice on there. So let's go in with, what should we go in with? Stabilo? Dare I go in there? I need to get a brown one, I think. Where's my black one? I don't know where my black one is. Here we go. Need to get a brown Stabilo. Let's just go in. a little bit darker in places. Okay, let's go in with a little bit more of this lovely green. Just sort of like blends in the stabilo without making it so black. Sure, I had a brown stabilo somewhere, lost somewhere amongst my bits and pieces. Right, let's pop this on. I'm quite liking that. I think this looks really nice, and then maybe we could sort of like blend a little bit. I think this needs a background. Okay, I've got some, what have I got on here? Need some sort of background, I think. Just add a little bit of collage. I think that will look quite nice, won't it? Do I need that on there? Don't think so, but I think I will add these little bits. Oops. That might look quite nice, mightn't it? I'm going to stick this little bit down on here. Getting this too mucky. Let's put this piece here. Nice bit of collaging today. What else have we got? Let's pop another piece of this down. Which way should we have it? Let's just tear that in. Like that. Can you see that bit of paper? Take it a little bit higher, I think. Right there. Okay, then we shall stick that on. That looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, that's nice. That looks good. Shall we have another little piece of this? I think. Don't want to go over the edge because I've got tape down there. Just put that there. Fabulous. Right, I'm going to give that a little dry a minute before I add anything else. Okay, so I think that's pretty dry. So what shall we do now? I think we need to sort of like go around the edge. Now I'm going to do a little bit more sort of blue around here. And dip my finger in a little bit of the matte medium. Down there. Love it. Okay, now let's go in with a little bit of, just want to go a tiny bit darker on certain areas. I'm going to use a paintbrush, get a bit of water. Actually, this one is probably just blend these little bits in a bit more, I think. Just down here. I like the little white bit that I've got, so I do have some paper left, believe it or not, on there. I'm going to go in just okay, I'm liking this one, how it's coming out. Just go around at the edge. Lovely. I think I need a little bit darker over here, I think. That's very nice, isn't it? What do you think? Oh look, I've just taken some off there. Too much water. Let's go in there with a little bit of blue. A little bit of A little bit of matte medium, and that's lovely. Well, I'm going to quickly dry that a second. Now I've got my little pigment liners here. I might go in. What should we go for? We go for quite a thin one, 0.1. So I just want to make sure this is dry. Not sure whether it's going to come out on here. It's a bit too thin. Can't really see it, so let's try the 0.5. I think this one's a little bit better. Go. So my head's not in the way then. So I'm going to do like a little bit of almost like texture-y on here. Which I think looks quite nice. Just go over this a little bit. Like that. Where's my brush? And just pigment line. Look, it's water based, so it's fabulous, isn't it? Let's just add a little bit of that Stabilo just to give it a little bit of shading. There we go. Oh, I like that. Perfect. Right, let me just get a little bit of white. Or should we go in with the beige? I'm going to go in just a little bit. Fabulous. I don't really want to do dots. I nearly did dots then, but I don't really want to do dots on this one. I'm quite liking it as it is actually. But I think I need just a little bit of gesso. Let me just pop my brush in there. almost like adding sort of like highlights to it, which I think some little bits need. Okay, I think I will leave it like that. I can always come back and do a little bit more. Just put a tiny bit. Don't want too much on here, but I do like this sort of orangey colour because it sort of gives that more autumn, doesn't it? Back in. Oops. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just going to take the outside off. Let me just see if I can take it without ripping it. I didn't really stick it down that hard. There we go. Fabulous. Oopsie daisy. Look at that. I think that looks really, really lovely. So there we go. And quite a simple, easy one. Not too much to it today. But love it. And it's a really, really lovely size. So I might photocopy this or scan it in and see if I can make something with it. But I'm loving it. So there we go, guys. Thank you so, so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.